Hi students, good morning all of you. Today I want to discuss about salt water system, that is sodium chloride and water system. So to describe the phase diagram of sodium chloride and water system, we need two components. One is temperature and another one is composition. So the phase diagram of salt water system is also referred as the temperature composition diagram of sodium chloride, which is shown here in this diagram. This is the phase diagram of sodium chloride and water system. In this salt water system, if we neglect the vapor phase, the system exhibits four phases. One is hydrated sodium chloride phase. Hydrated, first one is hydrated sodium chloride phase. Second one is solid sodium chloride phase, and third one is ice phase, and fourth one is solution phase. Solution phase. And this phase diagram of sodium chloride and water system contains three curves and one point. Three curves are, one is AO curve, one is AO curve, and another one is OB curve, and third one is BC curve. And here is there is a point that is called as point O, which is also called as eutectic point, which is also called as eutectic point. Actually, here we can study various curves and points of the phase diagram. So let us start. First one is curve AO. Here the point A is the melting point of the ice or freezing point of the water, which is 0 degree centigrade at 1 atmospheric pressure. Once again I want to repeat, already we know that the point A, here the point A is the melting point of ice or freezing point of the water, which is 0 degree centigrade at 1 atmospheric pressure. So when sodium chloride is added to water, its freezing point is lowered. So further more and more freezing point of water is lowered by addition of more and more sodium chloride. This takes place till point O is reached, after which addition of sodium chloride does not lower the freezing point further. Thus the curve AO is called as freezing point curve of water. Along this curve, two phases are in equilibrium, that is ice and solution. Once again I shown here, this is the curve. Along this curve, two phases are in equilibrium, ice and solution. Ice and solution are two phases which are equilibrium with each other along this curve. So therefore, by applying phase rule, that is F is equal to C minus P plus 1, here number of components 2 and number of phases 2 plus 1. So finally we got the number of degrees of freedom, F is equal to 1. That is the system along this curve is univariant, which is also in accordance with the reduced phase equation. Next, curve B. When further amount of sodium chloride is added at point B, and the system is heated, that means the ice disappears. Therefore, the curve OB represents the effect of temperature on the solubility of the hydrated sodium chloride. Hydrated sodium chloride means sodium chloride H2O. That means sodium chloride contains amount of water. That is called as hydrated sodium chloride. So once again I repeat this one because it is very important. Curve B, when further amount of sodium chloride added after reaching the point more and more, then the system is heated. That means the ice disappears. The curve OB represents the effect of temperature on the solubility of the hydrated sodium chloride. Hence, it is termed as solubility curve of the hydrated sodium chloride. The steep rise of the curve OB shows that the solubility of sodium chloride increases slowly with rises temperature. Along this curve, two phases are in equilibrium. One is solution phase and another one is hydrated sodium chloride. Hence, again, this system is univariant. Here the important point is why the curve OB curve steep rise అని కొంచెం వంగినట్టుగా మనకి రైజ్ అవుతుంది. ఇక్కడ పటంలో కనుక గమనిస్తే ఇక్కడ స్టీప్ రైజ్, దిస్ ఈజ్ స్టీప్ రైజ్. what is the meaning of steep rising of the curve OB? It shows that solubility of sodium chloride increases slowly with rise in temperature. So already as shown in figure, along this curve two phases are in equilibrium. Hence the system is univariant. It is also evident by the phase rule. F is equal to C minus P plus 1. It is condensed phase rule. Here C, number of components C is 2 and the number of phases 2. So by substituting these values in a condensed phase equation, we got F is equal to 1. So it is univariant system. Here the point B is very important in the diagram, phase diagram. This is the point B, which is the intersecting point of curve OB and BC. This point represents incongruent melting point of the dihydrate where anhydride sodium chloride appears. Very, very important. At point B, it contains the temperature value 0.15 degrees centigrade. This point B represents the incongruent melting point of the dihydrate. What is the dihydrate? Sodium chloride 2H2 dihydrate. This is dihydrate. Incongruent. The point B is the incongruent melting point of the dihydrate where anhydrous sodium chloride appears. Next, curve BC. It is the solubility curve of the anhydrous sodium chloride. What is the curve BC? Here if you see in here, this is the curve BC where two phases are appear. One is sodium chloride and saturated solution. So this curve BC is the solubility curve of the anhydrous sodium chloride. Here also two phases exist together. One is sodium chloride and another one is saturated solution of sodium chloride. Hence the system along the curve BC also univariant. Next, the very important that is the point P, point O. At point O, the solution becomes saturated and the dihydrate separates out. Thus, the system at point O consists of three phases. One is ice phase, another one is the dihydrate and another one is solution. Once again I repeat this important one. At point O, the solution becomes saturated, the sodium chloride water solution becomes saturated and the dihydrate separates out. Thus, the system at the point O consists three phases. One is ice and another one is sodium chloride, that means dihydrate, and another one is solution, which are in equilibrium. Solid as well as solution phase at this point contains 23% sodium chloride. As shown in figure, as shown in this diagram, at the point O, the percentage of the composition of sodium chloride, solid sodium chloride is 23%. Is 23%. The temperature at this point is minus 21 degrees centigrade, is the lowest temperature that can be attained in this system. So, if we adding sodium chloride to the water, then we get the lowest temperature is minus 21 degrees centigrade for this system. Hence, this point is called as eutectic point. Why it is eutectic point? Since here three phases coexist and the system is invariant, that is zero variant. Here the number of components 2 and the number of phases 3, so the number of degrees of freedom 0. This is invariant. The phases coexisting in these various areas are representing. Here the important note that the temperature at the eutectic point is the lowest temperature at which an aqueous solution of sodium chloride can exist at an atmospheric pressure. All solutions on cooling ultimately show an arrest or a halt in temperature at eutectic point. Further, when a solid mixture of the same composition as the eutectic mixture is heated, it melts sharply at the eutectic temperature. Hence, the mixture of sodium chloride and ice deposited at the eutectic point was at one time considered to be a definite compound of the form of a salt hydrate and was given the name cryohydrate. Cryohydrate. It is very, very important point. Once again, I repeat this paragraph. Here note that the temperature at eutectic point is the lowest temperature at which an aqueous solution of sodium chloride can exist at atmospheric pressure. All solutions on cooling ultimately show an arrest or halt in temperature at eutectic point. Further, when solid mixture of the same composition as the eutectic mixture is heated, it melts sharply at the eutectic temperature. Hence, the temperature of sodium chloride and ice deposited at the eutectic point was at one time considered to be a definite compound of the form of the salt hydrate and was given the name cryohydrate. However, on close examination, it was found that the physical properties such as heat of solution, density of the eutectic solid were almost exactly equal to the mean values of two constants, that is sodium chloride and ice. That is, once again I repeat this one, by close examination it is evident that the physical properties like heat of solution or density of the eutectic solid were almost exactly equal to the mean values of the two constants, that is sodium chloride and ice. Further, when the eutectic solid was examined under a powerful microscope, both the constituents were seen to present as a separate crystals. This suggests beyond doubt that the eutectic solid is a mixture, not a compound. So, the truth, what is the truth? Eutectic solid is a mixture, not a compound. It is examined or evident by the under a powerful microscope. Thus, we can say that constancy of composition and melting point alone cannot establish a chemical compound. So, this known truth, that means eutectic solid is a mixture and not a compound, gives the information about the constancy of composition and melting point alone cannot established as a chemical compound. So, dear students, this is a sodium chloride and water system. Please listen 1 or 2 times, 2 or 3 times. While listening, make notes. It leads effective learning. Thank you one and all.